shall prevail.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. A couple things real quick. I've been dealing with a really rough throat and lost my voice a couple of times during the week. I think everything's good, but my voice could get kind of bad near the end of the run, so I apologize ahead of that. And I am sucking on cough drops as well to try to keep that from happening. So if my voice gets a little weird, it's probably one of those two combinations. Alright, so we just found out that there are a bunch of Eldari, or Eldar, that have been trapped, and that Harlequin told us that we will be able to get out of here if we go rescue those folks. So that's what we're going to go do. We've already explored all of this stuff here, and we're going to go ahead and go through.
Done. Follow my lead.
Okay, let's see. We've got, looks like probably something down there. It wants us to demolish this wall. Number of containers of some sort beyond this enclosure. So we've got 3 demolition things. Let's go ahead and use one.
Duty prevails.
My warp site reveals something.
Number of containers.
Victory awaits.
Got some armor. Avengers tactical gauntlets. +5 bonus to dodge and parry. Grenades and a melt charge. Alright, so we got stuff back. I don't like the gloves we've got, probably. Let's just take a look just to make sure I'm not remembering wrong. +10 weapon skill, +5 strength. I like that. Don't get a ton of attack of opportunities. Let's go ahead and swap out. Go ahead and swap that out. I'm not sure what the vengeance thing is, but, you know, hey. What is vengeance? Not sure what the stack of vengeance does. Well, maybe we'll find out.
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
It's about time.
Cautious pilot and a bold pilot. The 2 pilots are already disarmed and shackled. They give you a haunted look as you approach them, but they do not dare to say anything. You take a glance at the Xenos boat. Sure, its designs in certain parts appear bizarre, but you can still guess their purposes. You could probably steer it. I can steer a gondola and Elentok. We do not need these pilots. Leave all you can. Juliet, take the helm. The pilots catch Juliet's cold gaze, exchange glances, and take off running without saying a word. The gondola is yours.
None shall stand in my way.
Let's go back down. Excuse me, let's go down this way, see if there's any loot down here. The dim light sources of Kamara glow like swampy lights, making you dizzy and nauseous. There was some goods down there.
A new challenge for me.
The gargantuan spire is too large to see in its entirety. Its true proportions are shrouded in shadow, and you feel as if those shadows try to envelop and swallow you whenever you look away. The colors here are especially dark and dangerous. It is as if I am drowning in a bottomless ocean of billowing haze. But what is it? I feel a faint tremor coming from deep inside the spire, like the call of the Immaterium, except much purer. Elentok. Juliet touches the glowing stone in her chest and turns her aching gaze to the spire. Her face is burdened with a strange expression, as if a roaring torrent of sadness, fear, and rage is about to erupt. My kin from Kudarak are still here. I can sense it. As I can sense the flames of their souls inexorably going out. Fury and fear are devouring me from the inside out, and I do not know what frightens me more. The grim answers that hide behind the spire's walls, or the scars that my heart will bear once I discover them. Yet I must learn the truth about my world. Perhaps this is the day the outcast finds her path again. Come along. When we find the Farseers, you will have all your answers. You speak the truth, Elentok. Let us be on our way. We will tear their lives from the clutches of my insatiable cousins. She turns her face to you, and despite her tense expression, you see the corners of her mouth twitch. I find myself wondering if a single Farseer, gazing in the hazy visions of things yet to come, ever glimpsed the future where the key to their salvation stemmed from the duo of a Monkey and an outcast. As for the webway gate that the Arabanian mentioned, For it to open before you and let you enter the webway, you would require help from one of our kind. Yurliet's brow furrows. I could try to open the gate, but to do that, I would need a certain construct, a resonance device. The masters of this place must keep it close at hand. If you wish for me to use my knowledge and open a path out of Komarok for us, find this item. Without it, I am powerless to make the webway allow us entry into the labyrinths. Yurliet, what is the plan for your kin? Farseers are not easy captives to keep. Whatever the Dark Ones are using to repress my kin's powers, those tools will be noticeable. I will find a way to use them. Venture into the depths of the spire. The spire of the Reaving Tempest welcomes you with muffled noises seeping from its dark walls, distant voices, footsteps, and screams of pain. Alright, we still got a little more.
I won't tolerate weakness.
The vast towers of Komarok spring up out of the darkness surrounding the spire at insane angles, violating all the laws of physics and perspective.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Glowing red, but it's not letting me do anything about it. Alright, let's move on. Let's open up the map here to see if it...
Victory awaits.
Alright, it's not even showing anything. Okay. Alright, in we go. I'm guessing we don't want to go over there.
It's about time.
Lady Navigator, there are no words to describe how glad I am that you survived.
Oh, your sincere relief and joy are like a vivid painting in this dreadful place. A balm to my eyes. I am glad to see you too, Abelard.
The sinister labyrinth looks like a death trap. It was probably created for just such a purpose.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Remove the brazier. Awareness 100.
A trivial task.
Loot. Got some grenades. Don't use a lot of grenades, do we? It seems like our guns just do far much more damage than grenades do. Well, there's...
Something of interest. Follow my lead.
Morak.
Failing nearly yet.
My success was inevitable.
Stop! There!
So we came down. Oh, here we're coming up this way. There's loot over there.
Too hard for a simple monkey.
A new challenge for me.
Alright, so this should have been where we came down. Yeah, alright. So we're going to check over these things here. I do want to do this doodad here. Because there's guns firing. Connect the platforms. Okay. Right, so this is where we were going. Whatever shooting is shooting from over there. Oh, it's like a turret. I wonder if there's a way to turn that turret off. Let's go up here.
Let us see what I found.
I have learned much in my exile.
None shall stand in my way.
A trivial task.
Alright, so that turned off the gun. So, I mean, somewhere there's got to be a way to turn off that other gun. Let's go check out this part here.
Victory awaits.
So that leads back to where we came in.
Keep a sharp eye.
So that's the disarm. So we're going to grab Yurliet.
What is it? I need no Farseer to guide my future. Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay. Alright, now let's go back to the other side. Maybe that turned off all of those things. Does appear so. I don't see them shooting, or maybe there was not where I saw them shooting the first time.
Follow my lead.
No, they're still shooting. All right.
I guide humanity between the stars. My warp sight reveals something.
But fingers are on the right spots. All right. So we need Yurliet.
Speak, Elantark. choose your own path. I have learned much in my exile.
All right.
Color the uncolored. I'll chart a course for you. I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Well, that leads much farther down here. All right, let's grab everybody.
Doubt is for the weak.
All right, Yurliet,
State
turn
your
this thing
intention.
off.
My success was inevitable.
Let's go exploring down here. Oh, there's a Farseer over here. Kayatan, my son! The Aldari Farseer's tortured body is barely moving. You have seen abject creatures like this before, stitched together from several bodies. Their miserable existence serves but to satisfy their homunculus master's morbid interests in perversions of the flesh. And yet, this one is not like the others. A twin face stitched together from parts of several male and female Aldari turns its unseeing gaze towards you. Its eyes have been crudely sewn shut. You have come, my son. A woman's ghostly whisper escapes the cut-up lips oozing blood and pus. Hold the line. Don't let the corruption spread further. A commanding shout comes with a cough from inside the ripped, torn thorax, where 3 hearts are beating inside a single rib cage, as in a prison of bone. I finished the statue, master. A fleeting, satisfied expression passes over the stitched face as a suave, young voice interrupts the warlike shouting. We are all united in the shadow of the great tree, sister, until Kayla Mensha Shah Kane claims our hearts. Your elucidator discerns yet another voice, soft and proudful, or profound. O Isha, mother of all life, may your blessing protect the children of Asurian from the abominations of bodily and spiritual torture. The Aldari's hand twitches as she reaches for her weapons. You should look away. I'll put them out of their misery myself. Wait, Helen, talk.
No tears for me, Isha.
Well, that's what she was gonna do, wasn't she? I don't know, maybe not, I guess. Oh well. We tried to spare her. That's what it looked like she was doing.
A new challenge for me.
Alright, let's go down this side first. Okay, Morag. What a strange feeling. Yurliet clutches her head and her eyes dart around the torture chamber. Kayla Menchikane, take my heart. Placed on a grim pedestal in front of you is an intricate game board, broadly resembling the one Regicide players use. Miniature figurines of Drukari and Asuriani, skillfully fashioned out of onyx and wraithbone, are frozen in elegant poses opposite each other. Several of them are toppled, and for a moment you think you see fresh blood running from under the game pieces down the small grooves carved onto the board. That is disturbing. Juliet, are you alright? Juliet stares at the game board, stunned. It seems she never heard your question. Quiet. Please stop. Stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become another spirit in the wind. Not for the light of a million stars. Just let me explain myself. Juliet, what is going on? I left Kudarak because that was my path. It was not what you have been teaching us from birth until the final moments of our lives. I can hear it very well, the mournful lament of our brothers and sisters tortured to death in this room. I would prefer not to hear it, but I cannot. As clearly as I hear the melody of your soul's torment, but don't you dare. There is no need to blame me for what happened to you. Juliet clenches her jaw and seems to stop breathing. Look at me, Juliet. I'm by your side. Everything is all right. Elentok? Juliet focuses her gaze and clasps the spirit stone in her chest. If you could only hear her pleas and her curses. My heart shatters into 1,000 pieces at the mere sight of this tormented soul. But her words lash my mind more painfully and more ruthlessly than the three-tailed whip torments its victim's flesh. The Dark Ones possess the cursed gift of inventiveness and torture, and subject their victims to the worst horrors a mortal mind can conceive of. In their torture, they go far beyond the limits of the possible and the permissible. Look closer. These pieces on the board, designed for game that intrigues the mind, were fashioned from the flesh and blood of one of our Farseers. Her immortal soul remains forever connected to them. Why would the Drukari imprison a Farseer's soul in a board game? Why does the wind blow and the rain fall? Why does starlight illuminate our path and darkness dismay us? It is in their nature, for that is the way of the world. The Dark Ones feed on despair and suffering, while the Farseers are powerful beings of unbending will whose souls, however, are brittle. Every move on this game board causes the Farseer nothing but pain. She feels everything, sees everything, and is aware of everything. She dies with each piece taken and is resurrected at the end of the game. Juliet twists her mouth and averts her guilt-ridden gaze. It looks like the Farseer put you through mental torment. What did she say? That I am a traitor, and my path is paved in the blood of my kin. That I am an outcast who carries the blame for the destruction of my home, since I heard the call of our dying ancestors but did not return in time, and that it should have been me in her place. Well, that's not right. The pain and suffering have damaged the Farseer's mind. You could not have saved Kudrak alone. But I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. Yurliet's own words make her shudder as she stares at the flayed bodies of her brothers and sisters. Still, for as long as at least one child of Kudarak is alive, its memory will not vanish, and I am yet to reach the end of my path. The seed planted long ago is yet to grow and bring forth the fruit, the flower of truth. We can take the Farseer to the ship and save at least what's left of her. It is hard to say how much more suffering her soul has yet to endure before we leave this city. She may even be devoured by Silen Thuresh on the way, as forms like these make our souls very brittle and defenseless. But if you think there's a chance she can be saved, I will not stand in the way. That was horrible.
None shall stand in my way.
Getting some loot.
A trivial task.
Alright, so we got some healing kits. Gloves of Rapid Desolation. Increase the rate of fire of the wearer's weapon by +1. Each time an enemy is killed, Perplexed is inflicted on all other enemies in a 2-cell radius. That is pretty sweet. Oh, boots. Whenever the wearer attacks an enemy behind cover with a ranged attack, the cover efficiency is decreased by 40. Also nice boots. Alright, let's go to inventory. And what do we got right now? +10 ballistic skill, +25% critical damage. Ooh. But I think this is the better gloves. Yeah, these are definitely better boots. Alright, let's go to the other side and then we'll come down into that big area.
It's about time.
This explorator is
Whoever's imprisoned inside the capsule, they are moving ever so slightly. The young Eldari body is floating in a murky glass vat filled with acrid, acidic sludge. If the built-in xenocogitators changing readings are anything to read by, the Eldari is still alive, or at any rate, not quite dead. This body belongs to a Farseer. I see dormant energy coming from his exhausted mind. We must free him, Elentak. Inspect the vat. Another one of the insane Harmoculus's creations designed for cruel experiments. The vat is part of a larger mechanism which has a small mechanical dashboard built into its casing. You are, however, unfamiliar with the symbols on it. The thick tubes that cover the suspicious-looking liquid deliver the suspicious-looking liquid straight into the vitreous depths of the mechanism, disappear into its inexplicably smooth casing. The glass itself seems quite brittle, though. Odd. These symbols are unfamiliar to me. I suppose the Harmoculus is using a special code so no overly curious assistant can hamper his experimentation. I'm not sure pressing any button. I see this one. I don't know. I don't know if pressing the buttons will help or if just smashing the container. Let's just smash the container. Let's hope this works. Stand back. This calls for good old brute force. Careful. Watch your step. Can you hear me? Yurliet helps the Farseer out of his prison, avoiding the broken glass. The Aldari is completely disoriented. His wandering gaze shifts between you and Yurliet, then returns to the vat from which he just emerged. My purpose is to comply. Yes, I am born so I may die. My pain is your delight, master. Ah, this guy's messed up. Came, Morag. What did that madman do to him? You remember who you are and where you come from. I remember the taste of pain, the smell of pain, and the color of pain, too. You are one who dreams of what has come to pass and what yet lies ahead of us, a Farseer from a craft world. Tell us what happened to Kruderak. The Farseer stares at his hands in surprise, ignoring Yurliet's questions. Every finger in place? But why? The first one goes for the sake of pain and pleasure. The second one disappears when it's time for humility. The third, what happens to the third? Yurliet's shoulders shrink in defeat. Elentak, I do not think he is going to tell us anything of value. Is there no one left who can answer my questions? How did you end up in the Harmoculus's clutches? The Farseer looks at you with frightened eyes. Be quiet! Master will come back. Master will punish. Piece by piece. Piece by piece. By piece. By piece. Why were you in this vat? The Farseer looks around the room with intent, ignoring you completely. I have been here many times in my past lives, and I will be in future ones, an infinite cycle. Yurliet shrugs hesitantly. Rebirth? Healing? Visions of the future? What is the point to eternal life if it only brings suffering? It is time to decide what to do with him. He is coming with us, Elentak. I will not let you abandon him here. I need him. Without waiting for Yurliet to finish his sentence, the Farseer suddenly turns his head towards her. For the first time, his gaze is clear and focused. Child, you have returned to us at a dark hour. No! Yurliet leans over the Aldari's body to help, but his eyes are wide open and his chest no longer rises and falls from his cautious breath. He was aware. He remembered me, Elentak, and then suddenly he was dead. What kind of curse haunts Kruderak's children within these walls? Let us go. I refuse to believe there is no one else he left. Do you understand? I cannot let the serpent in my soul devour my already fading hope. My hope of finding out the truth of what happened to Kruderak. There is no giving up now. After the lengths I have gone to in order to get here, we will find other Farseers. We will. pretty disturbed stuff. Oh, we got notes. Deliverance as the activation order code word excellence. 43 sequential joint removal. Starting with the fingers, the process resulted in death, as in every previous instance. The body will be reformed and regrown. 59. Internal organs excised and placed into an alkaline solution without severance from the nervous system. Oh my gosh! The subject is observing its dismemberment and experiencing the pain at its full intensity. The agony strengthens the connection to the veil, but the body is weak and inevitably perishes. 71. The subject's body disintegrates faster with each new assembly. Thermobox introduced into the torso for alternate cooling and heating with constant electrical stimulation. The subject survived for 4 minutes longer compared to the previous resurrection. 75. Physical torture discontinued. Audio-visual headband placed on the subject's head to broadcast images of its suffering kin into its consciousness. Cardiac arrest recorded 19 minutes later. 96. Subject in possession of all previous details, including memories of pain and death, and therefore fully compliant. Phenomenal strengthening of the veil connection observed, but the body survives for no longer than 3 minutes under any set of conditions. That is brutal stuff.
Victory awaits.
Alright. Ooh, bloodthirsty experiment. Oh man, we're gonna have to fight these folks, aren't we?
Let us see what I found.
Too hard for a simple monkey?
Stop. There.
What is it? My success was inevitable.
Oh, I don't like having to fight these people.
Follow my lead. Smite the Xenos!
Witless monkey.
Alright, let's find some places to set up at. Alright. I'm sure these are all Eldari.
The spiritual prognosis is favorable.
Alright, put this buff up.
Running binary override.
High dodge, no armor.
My vow is to serve.
And we missed.
Nobody escapes us. this favor tenfold. You are mine now.
They appear to be fighting each other? Or maybe those are buffs that they're throwing on.
Watch and learn.
All right.
If it serves your cause. If I must. This tedium is beneath me.
I will tear your heart out for this. You've unleashed my fury.
Yeah, let's go ahead and target that
I
guy.
am not
too.
your zinc monkey.
Heal my wounds.
Yeah, they got to be buffing those guys with those pistols that they're using.
It will be done. Indeed. Reduced to dust. I will
Go ahead and use that
like you.
bulwark.
I answer the call. I do not fear a perilous path.
And those disciples of pain we need to get rid of. That's...
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I understand your intent. Ancestors, guide me! I am not your secret pet monkey.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
And some temporary
Isn't
hit
this a
points.
job for the serfs?
There's nowhere to hide.
Return this favor tenfold.
Not a problem for me. Suits my purpose. You didn't stand a chance.
Alright. Slowly cutting through these guys.
I'll do it.
Use a controlled shot so we don't shoot our own buddy.
As the Emperor commands,
Use a good old run and gun. Get us another shot. This time we'll just do a single shot.
you, my Emperor.
Nice job.
Asia, heal my wounds. High momentum. Running binaric override.
Let's move that over. Guess I don't need to do that.
Request
Do this.
approved. Running binary function successfully terminated.
Okay, I will hold off on the heroic action.
I am a prey taker. You've unleashed my fury.
I deal death with my hands.
What a pleasure.
If it serves your cause. Pay with your blood in the name of Kaela Mencha Kane!
A work for a flesh crafter.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand
And
your
hide.
intent.
So we get our free shot on this thing. We're gonna have to reload here
If it
soon.
serves your cause.
Will pay dearly for your actions. Now. Yield to me.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done. At your beck and call. It will be done.
And then reckless strike and hit him again.
Victory is imminent.
Heal my wounds.
Good parry. Good parry. Another good parry. 3 attacks, wow.
I've suffered worse.
Pay dearly for your actions.
Alright, is Abelard toxined? He is not, alright.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
all too easy. I am fear incarnate. Nothing I can't do. There's nowhere
Pitiful
to hide.
attempt.
Get this other disciple here.
Let me educate you on the art of pain. I will tear your heart out for this.
Already? Another clean strike.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain, try to die with grace.
There we go. Another one down. And let's buff up Abelard. He's
I
going
am
to
a
be
navigator, not
hit
a
a lot here
servitor.
soon. Well, might not be hit a lot, but he's going to be attacked a lot, I should say.
Suits my purposes.
You took 2 points of damage from that? What the heck? Burning. 3 attacks around. Completely immune to damage. That would be why I did 2. But I did 2. I mean, that's more than I thought I would do.
Not a problem for me.
Alright, let's buff up then since he's going to be immune to damage.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! This is why I was chosen!
My wounds. High momentum.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright,
Power
take this.
resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands, strike is a prayer.
Join the ancestors.
Doubt is for the weak. For you, my Emperor!
Work for a flesh crafter.
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
I like that
As the
single
Emperor
shot thing
commands,
always
for
hit.
you, my Emperor!
Makes her so much more powerful.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
Oh, he's got that on him as well. Looks like we're finally done.
A pitiful attempt. Deal for your actions.
He's doing 2 points of damage at a time. All right, let's deal with this guy.
Request approved.
Alright, doesn't have that thing on it anymore. Does have it on there.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If I must. I understand your intent. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
The darkness.
Missed!
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Indeed.
Buff 1. Buff 2. Group slate.
At your beck and call.
Did he have that frenzy thing on him? He did not.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
I will do my duty.
A pitiful attempt.
Nice parrying, Abelard. But see, that was probably a bad place to move to. Not that it's going to matter because, you know, there's only the two of you left, and Cassie is going to let Abelard finish you off.
It will be done. Target well struck.
Oh, or just barely not.
Forth on Valencius.
Now we'll do it.
At your beck and I took care of this one.
Wait, monkey, extend a helping hand, and I will show you the way home. Up there, huh? Alright, let's loot.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I have learned much in my exile.
The strange capsule emits a barely perceptible buzz. Its thick walls barely contain the sounds of coming within, the sounds of a living and tortured creature. Alright, let's explore this room here real quick. Oh, you know what? Looking at the time, this is a place to call it. I'm going to finish exploring the room. I'm not going to open up whatever that is. I'm going to just loot, level up, and then when we start, we'll try to figure out how to free whoever's inside that capsule. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys are amazing. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.